Well, hello, Zen friends. I think I'm live. Welcome to Friday night or Saturday morning if you're on the other side of the planet. Good weekend to you. Hope you're having an amazing week and hope you're all geared up for this solar eclipse tomorrow. It's a super new moon in Aries solar eclipse. So we'll talk a little bit about that before we get into the readings, but let's start first by bringing in some wonderful love energy from above, that eternal, unconditional love energy. I'll bring in the singing bowl. We'll just let that waterfall of love flow down into our hearts, fill us up, flow into our brains, into all our thoughts and our stories, into our emotions, into our heart, out into our energetic world of our chakras and our auras, into our physical bodies, into our organs of our body, our blood, our muscles, everything, right? And then fill up our lives and overflow out to the world. And as I'm hit the singing bowl, if you would like to kind of just think of things that you're grateful for in this moment and just thank the creator for it. It helps raise your love vibration. It also puts us in the energy of receiving, which is good. And then also, as we hit the singing bowl, we let that energy vibrate out and also raise our love vibration. So here we go. I'm going to hit it 3 times. So here we go with the big deep breaths, right? Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. I do love that energy. All right. So let's move her to the side here and see what we got going on here, everybody. Hello. Hope everyone is having a blast. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, hello. We got welcome. I'm bruddaZEN. We've got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, all my Zen friends. And so, 2 things definitely we could use in this human life. So, thank you for joining. And you are definitely uh, welcome to join the Zen friends. Quickly, how the readings work. The free readings, we just go down the chat in order, first come down the chat. There's no special list or anything like that. The chat is it. And you just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, or you don't know really what you want from spirit, you just know you want to hear from them, you can ask for a general reading and we'll ask. Spirit knows all, right? So we'll pull 1 to 2 cards for the free readings, see what comes out. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I do prioritize those, step out of the free readings and dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those too. And then I return back to the readings. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom, or in the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, my CashApp, my PayPal, and my Square. So whatever way feels best for you, you can do that. And I don't have a set dollar amount. I know everyone's finances are different and cost of living is different across the world. So whatever you give from your heart is the perfect amount. After those donation readings, my YouTube channel members do get second priority over the donations, and you'll see their names here. We've got a few here. We got Infinity. Hello, hello. We also have Amazing Grace. Hello. Very cool. Yes. And Nadine. Hey, I see you there as well. Yes, absolutely amazing Grace. I do see your two donations and then Infinities as well in the Cash app. So we definitely, those did come through. So thanks for letting me know because you never know. All this, I'm not even going to mention the M name of the planet that's in retrograde right now because there's some fun things going on around things. It's very interesting. This is a very strong one this time around. This year, I feel like everything's expanded. Um, so we will do that. If you're interested in becoming one of my YouTube channel members, I do have two levels: Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. In addition to getting prioritized in these readings, I don't always get to all free readings. I've been kind of going crazy these last 3 weekends and finishing them all. Even one session, I went 6 hours, which it must be spirit, or I don't. How can I do that, right? Spirit's definitely energizing me. But my YouTube channel members and donations, I always complete the day of, even if I'm going to go spend some time with my Praying Mantis members. If I don't finish all those out, I always come back to finish those. And sometimes I include free readings on those too. But if you want to make sure, you can become one of my YouTube channel members. We also get together on Thursday nights, both groups together, and we're on for 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes even four. We do regular tarot readings, oracle readings, past life readings, all sorts of stuff. And then my Praying Mantis members, the higher group, we do Friday nights and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons after my live sessions. We have at least an hour together as well. And my Praying Mantis members also get advanced access to all the videos I put out, which we've been putting out a lot. In fact, we'll kind of segue into here in a moment. We got the Aries new moon solar eclipse video we put out. It was last Saturday, but wanted to give a little extra advanced warning on this one because it really is powerful. But this is we usually talk a little bit about the energies that are going on, and then we do a reading too. So if you're interested, we have that one. We also have Aries Sun season, of course. So happy birthday, all you Aries Sun babies. But this talks about for all of us from March 20th to April 20th. And there's a bonus card for each individual zodiac sign to give you a little flavor of how your sign, what message spirit wanted for that for this period. We also had Equinox readings come out. So let's take a look here. This is interesting. I wonder how this is going to go. I don't know if I did this right. Let me just make sure. Oh, yeah, it just is so big. It it made it really big on my screen here. So Equinox readings, that's from March 20th to June 20th when summer and winter solstice hit for us. And that's by each element, like fire signs, air signs, water signs. And then there's special cards within each one of those, like an oracle for each that zeroes in on each of the signs, the three signs which in each of those. So those are some of the things that I put out there for free, but my YouTube channel members, my Praying Mantis get advanced access. I have like 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks in advance. I do um, record those. So if you're interested, there is a link down in the description box that talks about all that. We also have weekly Zen Bytes that come out Friday mornings. And that one came out this morning called Sun Blocked. It's about the eclipse, obviously, but you can check that out too. They're little short videos, usually 3 minutes or so, just how to maintain our Zen and or return to our Zen if we've unzenned ourselves in this climate that's going on in the world, right? Um, let's see. I think that was the big things there. I also offer personal readings. Yeah, because we've only got a few days left. Had them on sale in February. I extended it into March, but April 1st, no fooling. We'll put the prices back where they were. So if you're looking for a pre-recorded personal reading from me, or one of my hedges of peace and love, those are on sale. There's a link down in the description box with all that stuff too. All right. I think that's all the blah, blah, blah with that. So we'll getting into readings here. Whoa, grab the wrong screen there. Didn't want that. All right, there we go. Move that out of the way. So we do, of course, have the solar eclipse tomorrow, the new moon, super new moon, in fact, in Aries. So if you want to know where this energy of new birthing, I mean, we got the eclipses themselves are huge endings and beginnings energy, and then you bring in the new moon, you bring it that's a super new moon, endings and big beginnings, planting big seeds, right? Also, Aries, first sign of the zodiac. So we've moved from Pisces, the ending of the solar year, I'm sorry, the astrological year, and into the new as well. So a lot of new energy. If you want to know like what area of your life it would impact, if you look at your astrological birth chart, it's at 9 degrees in Aries. So, when you look at your birth chart, all 12 houses are there and all the zodiacs exist. And regardless if you have a planet in around Aries or not, where you look at Aries, wherever it falls, what house it falls in is like the stage. Each house represents a different part of our lives. Like for me, it's in the second house, which is the second house normally ruled by Taurus, but it's all about abundance and worth and senses and money. So yes, I did buy a Powerball ticket, which is for tomorrow. It's up to like 225 million. So if I win, you guys will notice. I'll be starting a bruddaZEN foundation, I'm sure. All right. So if you're wanting to know how it impacts you, definitely check that out. Because then you can now, it's going to impact us. Eclipses impact us anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. So that's the area it'll be influencing us. All right. So get ready, buttercups. We're going to be using this transient light tarot this evening. So let's put them out of the way over here. There we go. So let's get in and find out what Spirit has for us here. So we do have some donations. So we will get in here. Let me just arrange some stuff on my here a little better so I can see things a little better. There we go. All right. So let's take a look at some time stamps again. Let's talk. All right. Yep. So we'll have 2 from Amazing Grace first, and then Infinity, and then Brenda and Rocky's World and B. So hello everybody. Hope you are hanging in there. This dreaming, and it's crazy dreams, right? All right. So let's dive in. So, Amazing Grace, for your first one here, let's take a look. Let me see. Make this a little bigger so I can see the full email here with your full question. All right, a little better there. All right. So, you wanted to know about that guy that was calling you friend and deceptive comments. So, what does Spirit want you to know about this friend, right? This guy. All right. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know about them here? Okay. All right. I do want to that one first, then this one, then this one, then this one, and this. It's like these are below the surface and they don't want those. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. We do have the 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles. That's coming in here. So the 7 of pentacles, interesting energy that's coming up with that. I don't normally get this with that, but it is it is last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, et cetera type of card. But it's like go slow, be aware, beware, and just kind of don't rush in any direction. Just kind of be still almost when it comes to them. And we'll see what else they want to know what they want you to know here in these cards here. I feel like we want to find out what these three cards are that are bubbling below the surface. Yeah, we have the Two of Cups. So there is this interest here. Let's see what this is about, though, right? We have the Eight of Vessels, which is an energy here, you know, trying to get your attention. Yep, they definitely are. The Eight of Cups is about, this energy of leaving behind emotions that don't serve and relationships that don't serve. And in this case, it's like this energy of that they're feeling like there's a hole in their heart and then they feel this emptiness. So they are trying to fill this gaping hole in their heart, right? And that's why it can maybe feel a little desperate. Um, and the Eight of Wands, yeah, you got the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of movement. So they definitely um, have emotion and we'll call it energy and physical attraction. Got to think of a good word that's YouTube friendly. That means, Randy. They're little Randy. I guess that's an English word from England, right? But they have that there, and you're like, okay, well, yeah. I mean, like, well, yeah, I get it. Why they would, but you're like, hmm. So let's see what else they want you to know here with these other cards here. So we have the Apprentice of Swords, Page of Swords. So this is um like I feel like their communication is going to only get more and more. Ace of Swords is like new communication. Page of Swords is like taking it to an 11. So if you feel like they are doing it now, they're definitely going to even accelerate it. It's like a little kid, and that's what they're showing my head is, mom, 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 mom. You know how if you don't pay attention to children that they'll get louder and more insistent. That's kind of what I feel. You blocked him. Yeah. So I feel like you'll get like they'll create other accounts, kind of thing. Like you have people that well, if you block that, then I'm going to try this way and I'm going to pretend to be this person. That they're doing it because they're so like hungry for you that that's what people do. When zombies want brains, they go all out, don't they? It's not brains they want. Okay. And then you have, yeah, Champion of Vessels. We do have here the Knight of Cups. So this is the playa. This is the romance, though, too. It's not just the hots. At least this is how they feel. They're like, they want something emotionally, but they're really, um, it's like they're turning into a werewolf with this new moon. It's supposed to be a full moon that does that, but all this eclipse energy is really making a lot of people like fired up with their fire energy. Aries being that, right on your nerves. Yeah. The Crown of Wands. So we do have the King of Wands here. So I like this that it's like kind of in the middle. It's like the starting thing, but the King of Wands, the like the Knight of Wands is more like this Eight of Wands where I usually say it's a little, chihuahua running around humping people's legs. King of Wands is more reserved, and I feel like whatever this new communication comes in, they take a different approach because they're like, I got to be careful now because I overdid it. I pushed you away, and now I need to kind of come in a different way. So just be really cognizant of your energy, trusting your gut, going, this feels like them. I would trust that. You got the Three of Swords. Yeah. Expectations equal disappointment. I like that. You're like, mm-hmm, you know, they have all these expectations, and you're like, well, I sure hope they enjoy disappointment because they're not going to. I feel like this disappointed feeling, does that, right? Yeah, he's not your husband. Yeah, and the Apprentice of Coins. This is that, you know, again, this energy of try again. They're persistent and all that, and that's okay. Just understand this isn't about um, that it's being done to you and against you or whatever. Just realize, when you're a bright light, you do attract moths, and it's okay. It's their nature, and we can't blame them. It's like it's just how they are. That's how humans are when we're feeling um, insecure, when we're feeling unloved, and we see people who are confident in themselves. That's hot, right? And it's that energy. So, just know that's what's going on with them. And, you know, it's like you don't blame a little chihuahua that's humping your legs. You blame the owner because they haven't trained them right. So they just haven't had the training yet of finding out what their self love is here, right? You're going to know after. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. What do we want here? I feel like I'm being drawn here to your sweet dreams for your fortune cookie. I've got 9 little decks like this that I've collected over the years, and I brought them all out for this weekend. And I'm just going to see which one hops out for each reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, the donations get a little fortune cookie with their stuff here. Yep. So I like this. You are focused on your purpose. As you said, my dreams connect me to my purpose. And you like, like, nope, this isn't them. So I don't need to invest any energy in it. Both, they shouldn't be doing this, and that's lower vibrational energy that just attracts things more. Just send them unconditional love energy to that person's higher self because they need that. Energy, but you don't have to interact with them, right? So I love that. All right. So that is your first one. So thank you for your first donation. And then for the second one, thank you for that too. You want to know who is protecting you behind the scenes. So you're feeling that energy, huh? Well, I wonder who that could be. We know who it is. You already talked about him. Uh, your husband, your future husband here. Let's take a look here. So we got these. What else do we want here? We want this one, and we do want these here underneath. Okay. All righty. So you got 1, 2, 2, 1, this mirroring effect, and then 3 underneath on the bottom. Bottom of the deck, you do have the 7 of swords. Oh, wow. And you got the 7 of wands, too. So you got these 2 sevens, very spiritual energy. And I like this. I like this 7 of swords because that's like the deceiver, the liar, the betrayer, and this so that this is what you're being protected from. And the 7 of wands is also being protected against this energy of shrinking who you are. And and in a way this is like air feeding fire to make you even brighter and embrace yourself even more. So I like this that they're both protecting you from, and lower vibrational energies, but there's also this energy of support and breathing air into the fire to because they want you to even be brighter than you already are expressing yourself. So I love this. Let's see who this is, because I feel like this energy underneath the surface is what you're asking about. Behind the scenes, underneath the surface, below the surface. So let's take a look in the middle here. Yep, we got the 8 of swords. So here's that culmination here. The 7 of swords moves to the 8 of swords. This is releasing of those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets. I like that. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Here we go. I was looking for your husband energy, and here's the Ace of Cups. So it is this higher self of your husband that is giving you energy, and your higher self is doing the same for them. So I love that. Let's see what else they had down here too. Yeah, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands. You can't make that up. So you got the two things that they're trying to help with the sevens being these, energies of, odd numbers are like challenges and stuff. You got both the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands that follow it. It's the flow. So I love that. Even underneath these two, you have the Eight of Coins. So you have all these eights that are here that are helping flow things in your life as well. So I like that. Let's see what other messages they want. So you wanted to know, who it is? Well, we know who it is now. But now they're like, well, since you're here, I got this beautiful mirror. You got one card and two cards and one card, which is the mirror that you guys are for one another, right? So on one side, you've got the Champion of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, and then on the other side, you have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords, all these are those small T truths, right? That are about, trying to please everyone else, everything we've grown up with, all that's supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, all these rules, that expectations we have that when they don't, when reality doesn't match all these things that we're told, we get disappointed. Well, this is that release. And I feel like they're saying, hang in there, because the Knight of Pentacles is a patience card, right? It's the slowest moving knight out of them all. The Ten of Swords, both of you are going through this cleansing of mindsets and stories and beliefs that don't serve you anymore, that only bring lower vibration experiences and people and situations. So they're just saying, just trust the process. I'm purging these things, you're purging these things. And that's what allows us to raise our low vibration and come together. But just know that when irritating things come about, irritation is not higher vibration, it's lower vibration. And things that irritate us mean that there's some sort of fears that are bubbling below the surface, because that's lower vibrational. Everything lower vibration is rooted in a fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of not being lovable, blah, 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 right? So just being aware of anything that's coming up, they say, they're saying be patient with it as much as you can and take deep breaths. This is what they're doing. I'm taking deep breaths. I'm stepping back. I'm looking out. Why is these situations or these people just, and he's realizing, oh, that's fight and fight or flight, which is rooted in fear. If we feel like we want to attack or run away or defend, though those are lower vibration, and that can help us realize things, to release things and transform things so we don't take them in to that relationship, right? It's like, let's do that work now so we don't irritate each other. That's funny. All right. So, and then, yeah, I like it. This is hilarious. He's like, don't worry about that Knight of Cups character. They're being removed, the tower. And they're not doing it in a hateful way, but they're just like, "Don't worry, boo. I'm I got you. We're moving that energy away from you. So don't you worry. Like you said, you're being protected. They're removing things out of your life that don't serve you anymore. But just know that sometimes the irritable people are so that you can release, these thoughts and these beliefs." But I like that. He's like, I'm taking care of them. He's saying it in a funny manner, because it's almost like he's talking like a gangsta. Don't you worry about it. I can't even do a New Jersey accent, but he's like, don't you worry about it, or something like that. I can't repeat how they're bringing it in my head, but but I love that. So we're taking care of them, right? Taking care of business. And then, yeah, the keeper of coins, we've got the queen of coins and the hierophant. So I like this. They very much have this message of take care of yourself. You're learning so much. You got these keys on the book, and then the huge key here as well. And, it's about all of this that's going on now, this time that you have with you, focus on you, nurture yourself, because that's what they're doing. They're also learning a lot and unlocking things so that, those things don't come in to your guys' relationship, right? So I like it. That's funny though. Don't you worry about it. Gonna have to work on my Jersey accent. But that's what they have there. And let's see here. I feel like we want to bring in a chakra love fortune cookie here. Some little cute little cards here. Let's see what else they have here for you. It cracks me up. All right, there we go. You got the heart chakra, which is companion stone, and this one is jade. This is compassion. Resolve your conflicts with compassion. Oh, I love that. That's so much what we were talking about, right? Which is um, these conflicts, exactly as we're talking about with your previous one. If people are being jerks, and it's a cry for love, right? Every moment is either higher vibrational love or a cry for higher vibrational love. And so when people are acting like a fool, uh, acting hateful, and any of these lower vibrational emotions, we can look at it as like they're not attacking me; they're just crying out for help. This is how they're doing it, right? They just don't know how to ask for help in a higher vibrational way, so they're doing it like a 2-year-old child does. It throws a tantrum, right? So I love that. All right. I'm so glad you have a good sense of humor. All right. So that is what they have for you, Amazing Grace. Thank you again for your dual donations. Greatly appreciate those. Have a lovely evening. Enjoy this eclipse. I know you're all prepped for it, right? I'm gonna put salt around the house, and I'm not letting anything in. All right. So many blessings. All right. And then Infinity, thank you for your donation via Zcash app. And so you want to have a message from L about your connection. All right. So we'll tap into L here and see what. And I feel like this is coming from higher self L. Like they just want to let you know what's going on, what's really going on with L and your connection, not from the human misperception from them, but from their higher self that will bring the capital T truth in here, right? So let's take a look here. Ready. So what do they want you to know here? I feel like they want those, but these just kind of feel like they're below. We got that one here. And they do want this one here too. And none of those. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Yeah. So on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Swords coming in here, which is this conflict between head and heart, right? So they definitely, and I think we've talked about this a little with them before, right? Where they've got these emotions and they have this attraction, and but these fears, these thoughts, and these beliefs that they have in their head, this is what battles with their heart. It's like they keep their heart so caged. They don't allow it to express itself and go outside and play. It's an inside dog, but it's kenneled like all the time. It doesn't even allow it's not even allowed to run through the house. It's like it's kept in the basement and then most of the time in a little kennel. And so the heart, is whining in the basement. It wants to be heard. It wants to be expressed. And sometimes it breaks out and you see this emotional expression, then it disappears, right? Well, it's because they put it back in going, "Oh, what are you doing out there? Psst, get in your kennel," right? So their mind is a bit of a bully in their heart, and that's where this conflict is coming in, kind of where you get mixed messages a lot. They're like here for a moment, and then they're far away and not communicating, or communicating in a weird way, and you're like, "What? Wow, they Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing, right?" Let's see what else they want you to know what's going on below the surface here. We have the Keeper of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. This is this nurturing Mother Nature. Oh, yeah. And the Death card underneath here, too. This rebirth. definitely all this energy below the surface, just the need for them to nurture themselves, the need for this, because this death card, this it's like they can't keep going. This war has to end, and their heart needs nurturing. And it's like the war within them has been escalating and escalating and escalating. And just this miserable feeling that you know, it's like when if you ever have had um, a dog who's really, really scared and they're in a kennel and all that, and they're just yelping and yelping and yelping, and they're starting to get like, because they're in fear, they really react and they start trying to tear things apart and, and tear up all the stuff inside and crap all over the place and all this stuff. And that's the kind of what I feel like their heart is just like desperate for love, but their mind has been keeping it so restricted, right? So this is the kind of escalation that's coming up inside. And so when you're talking about, your connection, there it's like what connection, right? No heart connection, very little heart connection because it's caged. It's not allowed out. If you go visit, it's like someone going to visit. Where's your dog? Oh, they're in the basement. They're locked up. Well, I go, oh, can we let him out to play? And no, he's being punished. And you're like, for what? Right. And so you don't get that. It's more of a mental connection, if that. And we'll look at these other cards here too. But this is all below the surface of what's really happening. And that's reflective in all their relationships, including yours. Right. These two cards came out together. Let's see what this is. Yeah. So they definitely have this need for balance with the Two of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups is this energy of emotional, we'll call it stagnancy, because it's like boredom, but the heart has not been fed. The heart hasn't been allowed to express itself. So it's like starving and it's stagnant. It's limpless. It's, well, like lifeless, but it's just like when something's so wilted, like a plant that hasn't got water, it's just kind of this limp feeling, right? And it just feels like, yeah, I mean, look at all these plants up here on the wall. It's like they're dying. They need to be watered, and this is that the feeling of what's going on. Let's see what's going to come in here. Yeah, see, they do have this desire of Two of Cups, you know, but the difference between intentions and desire and ability is that's the crux of the whole thing, right? I can say I want to become a bodybuilder, but if I don't have the strength and I'm not eating right and I'm not sleeping and everything, and it's like ain't gonna happen, so it's like I can have all the desire and all the intentions, but that's what's happening there. So um thank you, Rocky. Is it lagging for anyone else as well? Anyone? Hope here we are in the night of the solar eclipse. Yours is fine? Okay. So, Rocky, may try stepping out and coming back in, see if that fixes it. Well, I'm glad yours is an affinity because this is your reading, right? So, all right. So, thank you guys for letting me know because a lot of stuff going on. So, if it is lagging, please let me know. All right. Yeah. And I left these cards in. These are specific to this deck. They have a past, present, and future. And this is the past. And it does feel like, there's so much buried. I like this, even with the shovels. There's so much buried here in the past. And so, there is this, you know, so much from their growing up, right? Their emotional inner child from 7 years old and younger, they just don't have the um I mean, it's ripples from that period, and it's not all I mean, we all don't have all good stuff from childhood, but there's just this. almost this teaching, this conditioning of not, they got punished a lot for sharing their emotions, and so they kept it bottled up, and they've learned to keep the dog in the basement. And so there's a lot of this here. Let's see what this last card is here. Because we've got the sun, which is the inner child. That's what I was just talking about. And it's shining light on here. And you know, they can't keep going and doing what they're doing. I mean, the battle within them is escalating. But I want to just get a clarifier here. Can you give us an idea of timing? Is it worth the wait? Is it worth investing, you know, in this situation? Is it worth hanging around and sticking it out, right? I don't mean to laugh. It's just I'm chuckling at myself because the 10 of wands, which is the card of burden. That's what I was like, well, that kind of tells us it's like, the 10 of wands is a message from spirit about really look at how much energy you're investing in things and what's truly important, truly urgent to you, and really look at kind of a cost benefit analysis, which for me, the 10 of wands is a card of endings. And so I feel like you know, with this message, coming from their higher self, they're like, it's going to be a while. And, you know, it's like not investing energy in that because it's not going to bring you any return that you're looking for with that. I know. But I feel like you knew that already. Let's see what else we have here. We're going to go to the divine directions for your fortune cookie. Let's see what we got going on here. What other message we have? Yeah. It's like grounding yourself, getting out into nature, mother nurture. So this is about nurturing yourself, right? Reconnect with nature, feel the sun on your skin, walk barefoot on the grass. So this is reconnecting. It's just making me think of Empress and Mother Nature, which is about nurture yourself, connect with Mother Earth, and focus on your health, both mental health, emotional health, physical health, energetic health, all that energy. It's like bringing it back to focusing on you. So hopefully that helps and gives you what you were looking for there, Infinity. And thank you again for your donation. Much love to you. Yeah, you're like, all right, I love it. There's the sun. All right. So many blessings. Hey, Brenda. Actually, no, you are up next, Brenda. So right in time here. So we've got Brenda, and then we'll have Rocky's World, and then B, and then Miss K. Hey, Miss K. So that's where we'll be at for donations right now. All right. So, Brenda, here we go. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know for tonight between Eric and you, thoughts, feelings, actions, and whatever you can discover. It's funny. Someone that I did a personal reading for was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to call you bruddaZEN PI, private investigator," because the stuff that came through was like, whoa, you think we go deep in these readings here? Personal readings are like, holy crap. All right, let's take a look here. So, for tonight, between you and Eric, what do they want you to know? Let's just start off with that. And then we'll ask thoughts. Let's see what their thoughts are in their little Billy Goat brain. Oh, that's not Billy. That was someone else. This is Eric. So let's see what's going on in their thoughts. And feelings, that's thoughts and feelings. Whoa, boom, boom, boom. All right. And then actions. Action. What are their actions? Tell us about their actions for tonight, right? Okay, we want this one here. All right. So let's see what we got here, Brenda. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought, yeah, your uncle is trying to be here for you. And you're like, oh, you mean Eric is trying to be there for you because your uncle has passed. Well, your uncle is definitely here. As soon as I read that, they're like, yeah, 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 yeah. So your uncle is here for you to help you with Eric. That's funny. They're like, I can help you with me, but I need to help you with him. He's funny. He's funny. Well, the bottom of the deck, we do have the apprentice of um, vessels here, which is the page of cups. And so the underlying energy is this energy of higher love, right? Um, and I feel like it's just a reminder, right? Yeah, he is very protective because he's going, now remember what you're looking for is not this love. You're looking for a higher love, not this love, higher love. He's very expressive with his hands. Da da, no, da da da, da da da, no, da da da. So he's funny. Uh, he has a great energy, your uncle. So I love that. So let's see here. So what else does spirit and your posse and your uncle who's very he's like, I'll be the spokesperson tonight. And so he's here. He goes, I ain't going anywhere. I'm by your side 24/7 for the rest of your life. So you thought I was involved in your life before? You ain't seen nothing yet, pumpkin. So here we go. Let's see. So I got the 4 of cups coming in here. Yeah, yeah. And the 4 of cups is like emotional stagnancy and boredom. You're like, "No, that isn't what's gonna excite you. That, there's more." It's sweet that he's, you know, trying to be there to help you, because we do miss the physicalness of beings, even though, they always tell us I'm not gone. I'm just not there, but I'm around you, and I'm more dangerous now than I ever was. He's so funny. Yeah, see the four vessels, the 5 of vessels that comes in here. That's sorrow, boredom and sorrow. That's all you're gonna get there. You want this. You want higher love here, right? So that's funny. So anyway, that's what he has. Just as the underlying energy before we reveal here. So, um, they're like, yeah, it's nice that he's doing this, but it's not, they can't give you what your heart wants with this. All right, now let's see here. What else do they want to bring in here? So we had talked about their thoughts, right? So this is what, and they're not, you know, they come through as their human character, of course, your uncle, but they're coming from a place of unconditional love and for you. And so the stuff that they'll bring through here, it's funny that he's building all this up before he does it. Though everything I'm telling you is not because I dislike anyone. This is just I want you to have truth so you can see and make decisions, right? I know, right? Well, we'll see what your uncle says here. We've got all these cards, right? So let's look at thoughts here first, right? I feel like regardless of what their thoughts and their feelings and their actions are, it's like it doesn't matter. Your uncle's saying it doesn't matter what they're doing. They're not, going to fulfill you. They're going to bring you is emotional stagnancy and boredom, emotional boredom and sorrow. They're like, "So don't." So I like that. He's like, "No, no." It's almost like he's, like, calling you off, like, "Don't go. No, no." He's so funny. He's so funny. Okay, let's see what he wants you to know about Eric's thoughts. So we got Apprentice of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Proclaimer, the Hierophant. So this is that they've been thinking about things and trying to see things from a higher perspective. So they are mentally and with their perceptions and thoughts and beliefs, they've been evolving. They've been trying to see things from bigger pictures. So they've, have taken your guys' experience and thought about things. And they're a bit more elevated in thinking, so that's good. He's like, so they're, your interactions that you guys have had before, you got them thinking, and they're making some changes in their life, but still, that's good, you know. And you have grown, as well, but they're like, he's really he's really downplaying it in my head. They're like, it's good, okay, but it's not like he's like, wow, kind of energy. Your uncle's so funny. All right, let's look at Eric's emotions here. Let's see what coming through here. Yeah. So he kind of lives in the future with this future card coming in. It's one of the I have past, present, future cards in this deck that I left in. So it's very energy of focused for future, 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 future emotion. It's like when then I can have love. I can find love in my life. So it's very much that's way. That's his personality. That is funny. Champion of Swords, King of Swords. So not King, I'm sorry, a Knight of Swords is what I was trying to say, the champion. And there's this here go about the thinking and in their head and not emotions, it's more thinking. And it's about planning for the future and thinking of that, right? And so their emotion so far, we got three more cards. It's more they're more here than in here right now. Let's see what else we have here too. We got the Keeper of Coins, the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, which is an energy of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, right? Very much sensuality and abundance and kind of that, you know, divine feminine energy that's there. And so the emotions, they look at you as this nurturer, mother energy. They don't, he's like, uh, so far with this energy, it's like they're looking for um, a mother of children, not uh, a wife. Is this energy so far? It's like they're looking for someone to fulfill a position, which is this whole future planning, not like, oh, I love you and I want to be with you. It's like, we how we've talked about two ways that we can approach finding love in our lives. One is living our passion, and when we're out living our passion, we bump into someone living their passion, and we're passionate about the same things. And then sparks happen between us, and then a relationship organically grows from it. Right? That's wow. That's the beautiful relationship, full of love and life energy. And then there's the one that feels like work, where we're hiring for a position. I'm looking for this. I put it ads in the paper or online somewhere, right? That's what dating apps are. It's an advertisement. I'm hiring for a position. I'm taking applications, I'm doing interviews, and I'm doing background checks. And then what happens with that? This is that energy, right? I'm trying to fill a position. Well, when, people lie on their resumes all the time, right? We end up hiring somebody and then we're like, you're not doing the job. I'm putting you on a written warning. Okay, you're fired. Now I got to put a new ad in the paper and look to hire someone else, right? That's feels like work, right? And this is what this energy feels like emotionally, is that they're more looking to fill a position in their life and not so much the other, right? Yeah. And we have the Keeper of Vessels. Here's that more divine feminine energy with the Queen of Cups. So he sees this emotion as you're the queen of emotion, you're the queen of nurturing, and it's like they're looking at these qualities of you emotionally, but it comes back to this mind and focusing on the future, right? Yeah. And the Tower card here. So the Tower here with the emotions, they're just not sure, emotionally, and there is this fear emotionally here too, which they have every right to think this, right? Because it's like they don't know at any moment if they'll be lightning bolted out of your life. And so there is that kind of, um, I'm not sure if I'm going to be in your life or not, with this Tower card energy. Um, so hopefully that makes sense here. And let's look at their actions with these four cards here. So we've got the Four of Swords. Here's that peace of mind. Back into the mindset again here. It's a very resting, um, it's kind of like a non-action card because it's usually someone asleep on the Ace of Swords. It's kind of like this, let's see what happens. I'm gonna sleep on it kind of energy, right? And then the Ace of Coins is they're kind of seeing if a new opportunity will open up in the outside world. Let's see what else we have here. The Devil card. Here's that Capricorn thinking energy. So very much in their head with all of this and the Ace of Swords. So they've got all this here, all this energy of, I mean, the Four of Swords, the Devil card, and the Ace of Swords about actions is all in their head, thinking, 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 thinking. And the Ace of Coins is this energy of what if there's a new opportunity that opens up in the outside world? Maybe, it's like it's like when you're hiring people, for a job, right? If you're a manager and you're like, well, I've interviewed these people and some of them show promise and, you know, they could make a good employee, but what if I get more applications? And I feel like this is this energy of, well, let me wait and see what comes down the road and what happens here. Um, I don't really feel betray here, but the tower card is more that they're concerned that they're not gonna live up to what you want and they would get pounced out of the life. But there's this energy here that they're more, just they're not sure that it's an absolute perfect, you know, fit, a job fit, and that they're kind of just seeing what unfolds. I don't feel like they're like wanting to take a bunch of action necessarily. But I still feel like with all that energy and everything that we had, we know Eric isn't the one that's coming down the road for you, because it's someone brand new that you're meeting, right? And so this Venus retrograde energy with Mercury retrograde, we're in both right now. Venus retrograde brings people back from the past so that we can put a nail in it, right? And understand choosing for yourself, right? So, you know, all the readings that we've been having that have been resolving the old and not going backward, that these individuals, were stepping stones teaching you what you want to know about yourself, what you're ready to release, what you don't want, what you do want, and it's preparing you for a future. Because the other readings that we got for you, which they're reminding me of, your uncle's going, remember, there's someone further down the road that is more that King of Cups energy that was this a good compatible individual. Um, so it's like they're saying all you if they have action, if they want to go out, if they want to do things, if you do, it's not going to last. And um but you'll learn through it. He's like, there's never any wrong choice. It's like sometimes we do make decisions that aren't the highest thing for ourselves, but we make the best of it. We always learn through our choices. One way or another, we always learn. So there's no moment that's ever wasted. It's just harder for us. So we can choose to learn the hard way or the easier way. And your uncle goes, I am no one to, judge anyone because he loved learning the hard way. But I feel like, he's like, um, if you're asking my opinion, don't do it. Just appreciate what he's trying to comfort and everything, but just know they're not the one. They would be a stepping stone and a learning lesson, but not not it's not your future love that's coming your way, right? Yeah. Which, that's normal. That's like before. What else is new? He hasn't that's what he did before, right? But those are those you're looking for a man of action, right? Let's see what your yeah, look. And here's your stillness is your message from them. So it's like stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion, but be still is his message. That's your fortune cookie. Don't do it. um, well, your uncle is saying, what, why are you asking that? He's funny. He's going, why are you asking that? He's like, you, if he asks you out, you say no, is what he's saying. He's like, That's not even a question." He's like he's so funny. Your uncle is so funny. But he's just like, "Why are you even asking?" He's like, "Everything I just told you, why are you asking?" "Well, would we go out?" "Well, if you wanna learn the hard way, you're gonna have the opportunity." He'll ask out, but he's like, "Why do you wanna do that to yourself?" But, so he's like, "Alright." He did this, it's funny. "Alright, I said my piece, I'm putting away the key." He's like, "Hand to God, I'm done." He's so funny. Yeah, that's him, right? He's full of wisdom, but he's very, um, very direct. His energy is so different than, like, when your spirit guides come through, but he's very protective. That's that protective energy. It just is like, the feeling like a dog that has its hair. It's like he's growling. He's growling, going, "This isn't for you." But, that doesn't mean that you have the power of choice. You get to choose. Regardless of what they do, you get to choose, right? So I like that. Yeah. More the hand gestures is what was really coming through, right? He's just like, hand to God, hand to God. Uh, but that's the whole thing with he's like he's always going to be by your side. There's no judgment from them at all, and so there's no right or wrong choices. There's just choices that are like that bring us harder times or easier times. There's just different choices that bring us different outcomes, right? It's like, well, all right. So that's what they have. Yeah, you got your answer. It's like, even if they do, he's like, if you're asking me my opinion, this is your uncle. He's like, don't do it. But I'll love you no matter what, right? Yeah, no more heartaches. You've been down that road before several times with him. He's like, he hasn't changed that much. Anyway, he loves you very much, your uncle. And so just know that he's with you. As soon as he left his body, he was right by your side and all of his loved ones. And he can be with all of you at the same time. He doesn't have to share. So don't fight over me. I'm with everyone. And he will be with you and your children until everyone goes to the other side. So he will always be with you guys. Yes, yes. He knows he's with you. Talk to him because he hears you. So I like that. All right. So many blessings, Brenda. I love him. I love his energy. All right. And then up next, we do have Rocky's World. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. So, Rocky. So, will you get into Sycamore Valley Ranch sometime soon? And will Michael J help you get there? All right. Let's take a look here and see if that energy has changed here. See what we got going on there. Hello. So, will you get into Sycamore Valley? And will Michael help you? I feel like he wants this one too here. Oh, and that one there as well. And that one there. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So let's take a look. These are how things unfold. We got this here. Okay, so bottom of the deck, you do have the Apprentice of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, which does the underlying energy is there is this opportunity that will be coming your way here with that. But it's very important to look at the energy that you're putting forward. Um, because whatever you focus on grows and expands, and he's just wanting to clarify the power of your energy, and that if you um, look at what you're grateful for and focus on that higher vibration of what you grateful for what you have had and what you do have, that draws in more having energy. Whereas if we focus on like energy of like want and need or fearing that I won't be able to, that energy is lack energy and it pushes things away. So he's like, I can help you, but help me help you by focusing on gratitude, 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 because that opens it up and that allows, makes it easier for me to bring things to you along with all the rest of your spiritual posse too. So I like that. Starting off the energy on the bottom there. And then the first card that came out is the Lover's card. So this, we're in this together, energy. I like it, but it is the power of emotional choice. So that's why both of these energies that came out, both the bottom of the deck and the first card that showed itself, is about emotional choice and focusing and seeing, like, if you could see it in your mind's eye, being there, and what's the emotion that comes with it. Emotional energy is very powerful. It's a very big attraction energy. If we can feel it and see it in our mind's eye, we can draw things to us if it's for our not detrimental to us, of course. Um, so I like this, but I like that energy too. It's like, yeah, we're buddies. We're in this together. We're Thelma and Louise. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna help you get you there. So I like that energy. Let's see what else we have here. These three cards came out together. You got the Keeper of Wands, the Queen of Wands. So here we go. This is this energy of you hold the power over your life. You're the creator of your life, creator, and your spiritual posse are co-creators. They take your lead, so you're leading the way, but they can help push things along. It's like you're driving the car. If it runs out of gas, they're pushing it behind, but you're steering the wheel. That's funny that they showed that. I don't know if you ever ran out of gas with them, but they're showing me that they're behind pushing the car while you're steering. That's funny. And you got the Three of Wands. It might be a different way that you get there than you think with the Three of Wands, because that's like we make plans and then with new information, we alter course. So how you get there might be different than you thought, but I do feel like they'll get you there. And the Champion of Wands, all this Wands energy, the Knight of Wands. So I like this. It's funny because you got both the Knight and the Queen of Wands coming out with these three cards, and they're brought back to me, something that I've heard about the tarot is that the knight serves the queen. The queen is the one like Christopher Columbus, I think it was the Queen of Spain. She was like, "Yes, I want you to go on this thing." And, the knight goes, "Yes, I'm going to go on the quest for you. You want to get there? I'm serving you, your majesty." And so he's being, funny with that, going, "Yeah, I will help you. But again, you hold the power. They are just the ones that are dispatched on the quest," right? So I like that. And then these two cards came out together. Let's see. We've got the Eight of Swords. So just be aware of any of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are rooted in small teachers, rooted in fear, that might make you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and powerless around this. That's like you've been releasing a lot of your fears. So this helps you move forward towards this too. Yeah. And then here you go. Ace of coins. Look, through the gates. So this Ace of Pentacles, this is this um, opportunity that opens up to go, but don't limit it with your stories. Like, well, this is how it needs to go. Just go, you know what? Creator, I would like to go there and I'm releasing it to you. I'm surrendering it to you. You're going to bring me the opportunity in the perfect timing, in the perfect way as well. And that's why I feel like with this Three of Wands, it could be like um, someone going, hey, the gate. I know someone going like, um, there's this party that I'm gonna be catering and da da da, and I need some help. I got people to do the serving and stuff, but I need someone to help manage like the getting everything out and kind of supervising the kitchen. I'm going to be out on blah blah blah. Would you be interested? And like, sure. Where's it at? And they tell you, and you're just like, shut up, really? And they're like, yeah. And we get hotel rooms or we get these things or whatever nearby, um, and we get it for the weekend, but we're only going to be there one day, and so you're welcome to stay and blah blah blah. And you're like, what? It's just like it's that kind of thing. Whether they have hotels or whatever there. But this is what they're showing me in my head that there's a different way, and you're just like, I didn't think that's the way I would go, and that's what's coming in there, right? So let's see here, and then you have three cards with this progression. Let's see what else is coming in here. So you got the Crown of Swords. Here's the King of Swords. So this is about, they're the master of communication. But I feel like this is about keep your eyes open, but keep your mind open more so. And because I do feel like there's going to be something that's coming in for you regarding this. Yeah, and then you got the Keeper of Vessels, Queen of Cups. Trust your intuition. So keep your mind open, your eyes open, and keep your spidey sense going. I feel like I want to, you know, um, I'm gonna go to this grocery store. I'm gonna go to this restaurant, or I feel like I want to reach out and contact this old friend I haven't talked to in a long time. It's that kind of thing. Trust that because you are being guided toward it. And then lastly, you have the apprentice, yeah, of vessels, page of cups. So this is, follow your joy, follow your heart. Your heart won't lead you in the wrong direction. So have your mind open, but let your heart lead, and your heart will lead you there because your heart knows the way. So I like that for you, Rocky. And let's get you a fortune cookie here. Let me just put these back in here real quick. Let's see. I feel like we're going to go to the Whispering Woods here is where they're directing me. So let's see here. What do they have here for you? Absolutely. All right. Nope. There it is right there. All right. So what's their final message here for you? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Oh my gosh. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. I like that. Fly, baby, fly. So I love that message from them. And that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. And then B, you are up. Let's give that a love and a like here. And you want to know, will you win custody for your niece in April? All right. Let's take a look here, B, and see what we got going on here. That was all from him. Yeah. Fly, baby, fly. That's like, he's the one that was asking if you trust him. All right. So let's take a look here. Of course, I'm not a legal expert or medical expert or professional or any of that. So disclaimer, and look at the disclaimer in the description box of the video. So we'll see what spirit wants you to know here, of course. So let's take a look and see, will you win custody? They wanted this one first, of your niece in April. Okay. And I wanted these here too. All right. And those two there too. Okay. Let's take a look here. Oh, wow. So, bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is child energy, childhood energy. So, I love that this energy is below the surface here. What is best for the child is the energy that's flowing in here for their journey and for their adventure. So, I like that that comes out right away. So perfect. And so the way the cards have come out here, don't see them yet. I just see like the number and how they're kind of situated. You got one card and then four cards and then two cards, but two cards underneath it, and then two cards in the end. It feels like this whole situation has been kind of discombobulated. A lot of things happening out of order, and um, there's some stuff below the surface here that we'll see here, but so definitely that energy of like things just aren't like unfolding one two three four. It's one four two two two. It's like, whoa. Where's the three? I don't know what's going on. So just know that even though it seems like everything's out of order, it's in perfect order. So they want to start off with that. Okay, and then the first, so the Six of Vessels, Six of Cups on the bottom is the child card, and then the first card up here, we do have the Five of Swords. So here's the conflict, of course. So we're starting off here, starting off with the conflict of the outside world. So that's arguments and disagreements, and because it's the mind and communication, that there's been disagreements and kind of battling going on here. And so that energy of the five is a transformational energy. So they are saying that there will be um, resolution to the verbal and mental conflict that's here. And then the four cards came out, so let's see what we have here. We got the Devil card, Capricorn, Capricorn and Saturn energy, which is we'll look at the other three cards too, but the Saturn energy is like if you put in the work, you get the reward. That's what Saturn's like, the taskmaster. They go, if you want this and you fight for it, you'll get the reward. And I like that. Yeah. So be in the present here. Try not to get too sucked into the future, because that's where the fear is at, right? Let's see what else we have here. The star card. Yeah. A dream come true energy. Wish upon a star. Dream come true energy. And keeper of vessels. Yeah. So we've got the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Hearts, So I do like this energy here because I just feel this huge mother energy from you, right? And you're following your heart, you're following your instincts, and it is. It's like you've already this fighting energy. I already got mama bear energy, and it feels good here. It's like be here in the moment and focus on the moment. Don't, you know, try not to get dragged in the past or dragged into the fear of the future, because be here now, focus on love, 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 because whatever we focus on grows, right? So if I focus on my fears, then that. If I focus on my wanting and my needing, that's lack energy, right? It's like I'm grateful for all the love I have in my life. I'm grateful for my niece. I'm grateful for all the love that I've had in my life. I'm grateful, and it's all that gratitude is the receiving energy. And that is the, um, it's like we release it to the creator going, I would love to have custody of my niece. I feel like I'll be a source of love for them. But nevertheless, like thy will be done, right? It's like I'm giving it to you. If this is for her best, then I will have her. And that's that release energy. And when you surrender that in the present, then you can sit in love and that brings in a different energy, if that makes sense. So we'll see. Got more cards. Let's dive in and see what else we have here. So these are the two cards with two cards underneath. We'll see what this is about. Yeah, we got the Ace of Vessels, Ace of Cups. I like this. This is this self-love energy and love energy and the nurturer. Oh my God. So you got Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy coming in here. So definitely the ability to give her a lot of love is here. And um, and that is it's mother energy. I mean, the mother energy. Let's see what's below the surface here. Yep, Eight of Wands. I feel like things will pick up and things will move very quickly here with the Eight of Wands. And you have the Magician too. So this Magician card is what I was talking about here. The Magician holds the magic wand, and um, whatever they focus on grows and expands. And so they're saying, and especially with that Eight of Wands, focus on, especially now, tomorrow, uh, after the new moon. Let's see, the new moon is like, I think it's like, it's around 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning Eastern time, right? 8 hours after that, if you sit with new moon wishes and with this Aries energy, it being a super new moon, and an solar eclipse, all of this is such energy of new beginnings and planting seeds. You can plant a seed and say, if even if you just have one wish that you make tomorrow, make it this wish, where it's, Creator, thank you so much for bringing my niece into my loving family, and allowing me to have custody. And that's the gratitude. It's that energy is very expansive, but it's about love, 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 not about need and want and fear, but it's about gratitude and seeing it in your mind as you're saying that, writing it down, saying it out loud, picture it in your head, feel what it would feel like, and all that energy is very attraction energy. And I feel like this is what they're saying here. You've got such great energy. And then let's see here. These two cards I feel are based on current energies with the knowledge you have now. What is this outcome, right? Yeah, you got this Two of Coins, this balancing energy in the outside world, and the Apprentice of Coins. The Page of Coins, which is a new opportunity opening up in the outside world. So, this balanced energy, things finally feel resolved. And with that Page of Coins, that's like abundance coming into your life. So I feel like this is a very positive energy with all of this. And then we'll also pull a fortune cookie and see what other message they bring in here. I love that. Mama bear energy already, huh? Like, I want to protect her. So I love that. It's very honored energy. Let me just put these cards back in here. All right. So let's see here. Feel really drawn to these from the heart affirmations. Let's see what we got here. Little gold sparkly ones here. It's your fortune cookie. All right. Looks like you get two. All right. So your first one says, "My heart resonates with the wonderful heart of the universe." Yes. Your heart in alignment with the heart of the universe. And then your other card is, "I awaken the limitless love within me. I am abundant." Yes, you are. So I love all that. And then also just, they're bringing in all that abundant energy. The Empress is about new birth, along with that Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. So it feels very positive, B. So I love that for you. So thank you again for your donation. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And then we've got Miss K, and then love is the most powerful force in the universe. We got a couple from you, and then Alice. So that's where we're at on donations. So Miss K, let's give that a love and a like there. So, do we see a new romantic relationship for you? All right. Let's take a look here. Let's take a quick sip of my coffee. I haven't drank anything. All right. Drink a little too much there. All right. Hey, Happy Pill. I didn't see you in there. Hello. Shout out to other my YouTube channel members. All right, Miss K, let's take a look here. Based on current energy, is there a new romantic relationship headed your way here? Anything we can know of? I just kind of want to keep going there. And then the bottom of the deck. All right. All right. Well, you do have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That's new love energy. You do underneath that, oh my gosh, have the Apprentice of Coins, Page of Pentacles. Underneath that, the reason I went, oh my God, is because you have the Lovers card underneath there. So definitely there is this new opportunity coming in the outside world here. And we'll see here if it's someone brand new, or sometimes when I get the pages, that's like a number 11, especially with all this uh, Venus retrograde energy in that we're in, even Mercury retrograde. They'll bring people back from the past, bring communication back from the past. But we'll take a look here and get confirmation on that and see if anything comes through here. All right, so let's dive in here. So the first two cards that came out, we do have the Eight of Coins and the Seven of Swords. I like this for you because the Seven of Swords is about our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that would have betrayed us, that deceived us around relationships of the past. And we know we're talking about, letting go of some expectations and small t truths rooted in fear about what a relationship is supposed to be and how it's supposed to start and what it's supposed to mean to me and who they're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be in the relationship and who I'm supposed to be in the relationship and blah blah blah. All those small t truths, right? Well, this Eight of Pentacles shows that you have been working on that. And because of that, that does have the wheels turning, and that does have you raising your vibration, which is drawing in this love towards you. See what else we have. This card came off by itself. Yeah. So you've been in this little hermit mode, right? Spending time with yourself, spending time away like the hermit does in the cave, right? Or on the high mountain. Learning, though, the hermit is about connecting higher and reflecting and being guided by spirit. And so there is this energy that, you have been there. And that has been going on there, acknowledging the connection that you've been focusing on there. Yeah, and then we have the Temperance card with the Six of Wands. So Temperance is a patience card, right? And but the Six of Wands is a movement card. It's a victory card. It's a flow of energy card. So with this patience that you've had with the Hermit, usually the Temperance will have two cups. We put a base metal in one, and then we add magic, and then we go back and forth, and eventually it turns to gold. But it's that going back and forth, going, is it even turning gold? Because we're watching it, and because we're watching it, we're not seeing that it has been turning a different color. It's been getting closer to gold. We just don't see it because we're always there. Someone else comes in like, oh my gosh, it's almost gold. You're like, what? But that's what's happening here. The Six of Wands is the energy flowing, and the magic is happening regarding that and coming in. So I like that. And then we've got here, yeah. So you have the Ten of Wands, which is a harvest, and the Fool card is a beginning of an adventure, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And this, the Fool card is like letting go of a lot of expectations, and the Ten of Wands is like an ending of where you were investing your energy before and where you to invest it. And this is like investing your energy on a new adventure. Get out of our old ways of trying to meet people and whatever. And this is like focusing on something that you love. What's a passion of yours? Whether it's dancing or pottery or painting or cooking, learning something. Whatever this is, it's like follow your passion because it's in living your passion, doing what you love, you meet them because they're also living their passion. And then that's when sparks ignite. So I like this kind of the hermit card too is this energy of they're not going to be delivered to your home like a mail order husband or bride, right? It's I'm going to go out and live my passion, and that's where you'll meet them. So let's see what else we have here. You got these cards underneath. You got the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is this movement energy changing like our changing our mindsets, right? Leaving old ways of thinking behind and seeing things from a different perspective allows movement and change. So this again reinforcing a lot of this. I'm letting go of my old ways of thinking and my old ways of approaching things, and I'm moving differently here too. Yeah, champion of vessels, which is the Knight of Cups, movement of emotion. It's someone that excuse me, that comes and offers this, um, offers it to you. And they're bringing back, going, well, is this one from your past or someone you don't know yet? The Ace of Cups is a new love is what they're showing here. Yeah, because and then they brought the Apprentice of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. I hadn't seen that one yet, and that's why they wanted me to answer that question first because that would just confuse things, right? The Apprentice of Wands is like an 11 of Wands. It's like, well, is this someone coming back from the past? No, this Ace of Cups really like uh, jumped out at me. Like, nope, it's someone brand new, which is good because when we have things with people in the past, then we go in with a lot of ammunition sometimes where when something happens, we can bring those up like little arrows and fire them at one another. But if you're brand new, meeting someone, we don't have all that ammunition to use against one another. We create new ammunition, right? But that's good because you're aware of and you've changed and how you approach things. So I love all that. And then let's take a look here. Let's see what fortune cookie. Well, let's do chakra love is really standing out here. So let's see what else they want you to know here. Your fortune cookie. All right. So you have manifestation, solar plexus chakra, which has a card of topaz or a stone of topaz being the companion stone. It says manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. I like that energy, being aware of the energy. But again, all that live your passion, and that's where you meet them is not waiting and focusing energy on dating and whatever, blah blah blah. They're showing me from Fiddler on a Roof when they had the matchmaker, like, no, don't invest money in a matchmaker. Go live your life, and that's where you meet them. That's funny. All right. You are very welcome. All right. So that's what they have for you, Miss K. So many blessings to you. Right now, the queue for donations, I've got two for Love is the Most Powerful Force in the Universe. And then I do have one from Alice. I haven't started any of the free readings yet. Let's see, it's 7:30, so I'm going to be on for about less than 30 more minutes. And then I'm going to go spend some time with my Praying Mantis members. And if I don't finish all the donations in the free readings for my YouTube channel members, I will always come back for them. And then I might, depending on how many free readings and my energy level, I might even complete all the free readings. But that's where we're at. Hopefully that helps. You're welcome, Miss K. All right. So, love, you are up. So, for your first one, let's give that a love and a like. Thank you so much for your first donation. And you said last time your spirit guides sounded like they were suggesting to move on from E-Tag. Could you clear this up, please? Yeah, I agree. It felt very much that. They were like, "Feels like a long, empty road there." But let's clarify here, just to make it crystal clear, for sure. Let's take a look here. So we got this and this one. All right. So the bottom of the deck, wow, you do have the sun and the moon coming in here. Wow, and what a great energy, for especially for tomorrow, because it's a solar eclipse. We have the sun and the moon very much interacting during the day, right? Underneath that, we do have the Apprentice of Coins, the Page of Coins, which is about new opportunities in the outside world. Tomorrow's a big day of endings and beginnings energy. So we'll take a look here and see what else we have coming in these other cards. That's just the energy on the bottom of the deck, kind of pointing us to this. There is change afoot here with this energy, one way or another. So we'll see if is it going to be up or out, right? So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So these three cards came out together. Okay. Well, we got the Ace of Pentacles, a brand new opportunity opening up in the outside world. So that doesn't feel like up. That feels like something taking you in a different direction. You got the Apprentice of Wands, the Page of Wands, which is new action, new passion. And then the Nine of Vessels, the Nine of Cups, which is this feeling of joy and overflowing, but more of a dream come true energy. So with these three coming out together, it kind of has this message that says you have a new opportunity to put energy into what feels like a dream come true energy, right? And I don't necessarily feel like you feel that with ETAG. I feel like it's more of a um, it's not like oh, it'd be a dream come true. It's like, oh, that'll do kind of energy. But this energy is really, really showing me that it is about going a different direction. We do have more cards here, so let's see what else they say here. Yeah, we got the Revealer. This is the High Priestess, which is about stepping away from the chaos. She goes up into her High Priestess temple. It's like the Hermit card. It's a card that indicates stepping back and being with yourself, not, because she goes into that temple by her own lonesome self, not lonesome, but her own self, to connect higher with spirit, to go behind the veil, dive deep into her own emotions. Yeah. And we got the future energy that comes in here, which is about um, this high priestess energy of trusting your gut, trusting in your instinct, trust your heart, let your heart lead you into the future, which again feels like, you know, not staying where you presently are, but moving in a different direction, right? Let's see what these other ones are here too. Yep. 10 of Pentacles is relationship energy card. And underneath that, we have the Chariot. Yeah, movement energy. So I definitely feel like they are saying to move beyond that, because I don't feel like this energy of this fullness, like the 10 of Pentacles is like fullness of life, and um the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Vessels is like a dream come true card. And it just doesn't feel like that they're able to bring that to you. That's why I feel like you're being drawn to a different place here. Um, yeah, and this 10 of Pentacles does tell me that there is a relationship that is in the future for you here. Um, but it's important for you to make that choice with the Chariot card too, the Chariot card of, what do I want, right? Not waiting on someone else to, are you going to choose me or not? It's like really looking at it. There was this book by Humble the Poet, and one of these passages that just really stood with me. Obviously, they're having me remember right now, that said, it's not about wondering if we're matching up to other people and are we giving them what they want, whatever. When it comes to standing in our self-worth, we have to kind of replace that with asking, do they match my energy? Not, oh, do I need to change to match theirs? It's like, no, they don't need to change to match mine, and I don't need to change to match theirs. But the question is, does their energy match mine? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And do we think we could change them? Well, good luck with that, because we sometimes fall in love with the potential of who someone might be or could be, but that doesn't mean it's like, look at who people are and just realize this is all they're going to really be able to give you. They show you who they are. And if it's like, well, I'm hoping that they would, no, then it's like, no, they're not that. So they're not matching my energy. So I do feel like that is um, that they are mentioning to move forward. And I do feel like that was the big thing that I felt in the energy when we asked about them before. It was just like, yeah, it doesn't feel like their energy matches um, yours and where you want to go either. So let's see here. We'll give you your fortune cookie from Divine Directions here. Okay, what else? What's your fortune cookie? Okay, here we go. And they say animals. Yeah. I love this. So, animals are important to you. Animals heal, comfort, and relax you. You're like, they do. And I feel like they're saying this is like the grounding and this is that energy, right? Because you want someone that will heal, comfort, and relax you, not bring you stress, right? So I love that. So hopefully that helps there for you, love. And then for your second donation, let's give that a love and a like here. And that is that woman's voice you hear during deep sleep? Um, oh, your deep sleep states one of your spirit guides or someone else. All right, let's take a look here. See who this is here. Just gonna scooch those up a little bit. Let's do one more time here. Whoop. All right. So please tell us about this woman's voice that you hear in the sleep. It's your loud next door neighbor. That they're just being funny. You're like, could be that woman. She can talk loud, right? Let's take a look here. All righty. Yeah, it's not that. You have the Apprentice of Swords on the bottom, which is the Page of Swords. This is about higher knowledge, capital T truths. So it is one of your spirit guides bringing in information for you. It's them speaking to you. And let's see what they want you to tell here. Yeah, and here's the Strength card, your higher self communicating with your human self. So it definitely is your spiritual posse. Yeah, and the Eight of Wands. I love it. You got two eights, the major arcana eight, but the Eight of Wands is a card for me that represents messages from spirit. Um, and it's specifically like our spirit guides who are communicating and in all sorts of ways too. So it's your higher self with your spiritual posse, and they'll communicate in things like, in your sleep state, but also in the outside world. A lot of repeating numbers. It could be license plates with messages, bumper stickers, songs on the radio, signs that you see, conversations you overhear. It can be mental things, just memories being triggered, thoughts just dropping into your head, emotions flowing through your heart, energy, like spiritual energy flowing. So they're like, oh yeah, we've been talking to you like crazy. A lot of energy here with both of those cards. Very flowing, number eights are very flowing energy, right? Let's see what these three are here. You got the Crown of Coins, the King of Pentacles, and then you also have the Temperance card, the Patience and Unfolding here, and the Apprentice of Vessels, which is the Page of Cups. So there is this energy here about abundance and your worth um, and patience in a way, but it's about realizing that things are moving forward. Abundance is flowing towards you. You've been focusing on raising your love vibration, and this temperance is it is unfolding. Sometimes we don't see all the progress because we're watching it, right? Go back and forth and back and forth. We don't realize, that it is expanding and moving forward. But you do have abundance here, that you are cared for. You are, and this energy of that your worth is um, determined by your that eternal unconditional love, right? Even on the bottom of the deck underneath the Apprentice of Swords, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is this energy of transforming how we realize it's not the human world that brings us what we need in each moment and our sustenance. It is source, it is creator, it is the universe, whatever our belief in the higher power is. They're the ones that bring us what we need in each moment. Sometimes it's delivered through humans, but you're cared for and you're watched after, and that things are flowing towards you. I feel like it's a big message that they're wanting you to know here. Yeah, the Seven of Swords is, and this is great with this Apprentice of Swords, because that's allowing you to see things from a higher perspective that helps you chop away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that would have lied to you and betrayed you and kept you from having things come into your life. Old thoughts that you've been really releasing here. And I feel like they are doing here, even have on the bottom of the deck, also they're showing it here. The revealer card, which this is the high priestess card, which really delves a lot into the subconscious and our dreaming time too. So they've been processing and releasing a lot of subconscious things, including past life emotions and flowing things, to release a lot to help things move forward too. So um, I feel like they wanted to let you know we're under your hood, doing some stuff. Let me tell you what we're doing so you can be like, oh, okay, I'm cool with that. Let's let that flow. So there is a lot of this release of stuff. It's funny because it's like, here's spirit represented by a butterfly carrying some old thoughts away that don't serve you anymore. They're like, we got it. We're clearing it out. Yeah. You got the death and rebirth card here. So definitely this letting go of things. And even on the bottom of the deck, you have the magician. So you've got the death and rebirth energy. And all of this, especially with all these eclipse energies and Aries season and the new moon and all of this energy, we definitely have this transformative energy that's spirit is using to release things and transform things. This is a huge year of transformation for humanity, and it doesn't happen as humanity as a whole. Um, it it is every human being individually transformed that changes the whole collective, right? It's like so hopefully that makes sense. But I feel like that's what's going in there. And let's see here. Oh yeah, they're bringing me to the Sweet Dreams card for your fortune cookie here. So let's take a look here. What else do they have here for you? Yeah, well, here you go. Let go, which says, I am kind to myself and I share my beauty with those around me. I let go of self criticism. So I like that. That's some of the stuff that's being let go is some old judgments that have been bubbling around down there and probably more in here in the back. And they're like, let's bring those out. We don't need these anymore, do we? No, let's chunk them out. We're throwing them in the trash, right? So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, love. So many blessings to you. And then Alice, thank you for your donation and your sticker. I love it. So you want to know Harris's thoughts and feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. Harris's thoughts and feelings for you. All right. Harris, what is going on inside your head? We'll look at that first. That's the scary place. And then let's look at his feelings here, Alice. What about Harris's feelings? Okay, they did want that one. What else? And that one, that one. And then I feel like these are underlying energies here. All right. All right. So the underlying energy on the bottom of the deck, which kind of is the underlying kind of flow below the surface, is this apprentice of coins, the page of pentacles. So the page of pentacles is about growth and opportunity in the outside world, like wanting to take the outside world to a new level, a new stage. But the first card that came flying out that before I even asked about them thinking and stuff is the Nine of Wands, which is like a fence, like this, energy about, um, it's like a fence. It's like you're walking down a canyon and there's these nine wands and you can't get through. It's like I want to get to the other side, but something is holding them back, and in doing that energy there, right? So I do see that here. Um, so something's holding back, and we'll see what that is here. Probably more with the underlying energy that we look at here. But let's dive in here. What are Harris's thoughts? Let's look at that here first, right? So we do have the Hanged One here, the Hanged Man, which is it's like a pausing energy. It'd be like a caterpillar in a cocoon kind of energy that there's this transformation, but it is a holding pattern too. It's about, hanging upside down, trying to see things from like a different perspective and things like that, right? And the judgment card too, which is all about, the higher self, drawing them to see things from a higher perspective and, kind of seeing that kind of energy. So their thoughts are there. And the Five of Swords makes sense too, because the Five of Swords is like this energy of the head battling with the heart. So there's this inner mental conflict, which when we're asking about, their thoughts and all that, that it's like, okay, we do have, um, we'll see what their emotions are here, but their heart, is going, um, you know, is being kind of confined from that. The mind is rolling over the heart, and that's what's keeping everything in a holding pattern. This is where this Nine of Wands is that's coming in here, right? So I don't like that, but at least it understands like, okay, what is this, what you've been feeling and what's been coming up, right? So I do see that. And then let's look here at their emotions. What's their feelings going on here? Yeah, well, it makes sense. We got the 10 of swords here, which is all of these thoughts, these beliefs, these mindsets that trap the heart, that keep it restricted, keep it in a cage, because they have this long list of, even before they met you, of what a relationship is supposed to be, needs to be, has to be, and all that kind of stuff that comes in here, right? And so, they do have that. It just feels like the heart is in a cage, and then but so their fears are what keep them held back here, right? Yeah. And the Five of Pentacles. This is the beliefs in lack, the beliefs in not being enough, having enough, um, being fears of abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind. So all of this, especially with the Ten of Swords and the Five Pentacles, that goes back to like their earlier life, and that they've got all these fears from those feelings of abandonment, feelings of not being enough that have just rolled over them and rippled since they're in their heart. And this is where the mind, because it the heart feels a certain way and the mind goes, I'll protect you, and it builds these walls. That Nine of Wands, it builds up all these walls around it, right? So I see that there. Yep, the Seven of Wands, there is this rebellion going on inside with the Seven of Wands in their heart, because the heart wants to be seen. It wants to rise up and break out of the prison that the mind has in it. So there is this flame here, but it's like if they've learned not to express, I can't let my heart express itself. So how do I express this emotion? Through Wan's energy, through passion, through attraction instead of through love and that emotional side. So if they've been expressing their passion, that's the only way they know how to share from their heart, because it's almost like they're sneaking out. The heart is sneaking out messages through passion, going, I'm here, but they can't. It can't be from the heart. They sneak it through that passionate kind of one's energy there. Yeah. And the Seven of Pentacles too. This is the last thing that grows on the fruit trees. The fruit, it takes them a long time. It's like their heart has been digging a secret tunnel out of prison to try to break out, but they with their energy from their emotions, they do take a long time before they open up their heart. Because of that, it takes a long time for them to be able to release that, right? Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck, and not the bottom, but the three cards underneath the surface. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, and we also have the Sun. Wow, all this abundant energy underneath the surface, and the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Coins. So all of this below the surface, it's like this energy we can trust that whatever unfolds in our individual lives is for us. Sometimes it's hard for us to see that as humans, but life doesn't happen to us, it's always happening for us. And so as these things come in, it's always all the mirroring that we're seeing is for us to see our fears, to see all these swords that are keeping us restricted and trapped. And that's how we become aware of them, is in our face, right? And that is for us. We're like, how is this for me? Oh, because now I'm aware of it, I can transform it when I get to the root of it, and that sets me free. But it takes time, right? And I feel like they're in that conflicting time here. And so hopefully that helps you see why they act the way they do, or don't act the way you think that someone who loves you would treat it, because the heart is being held captive, right? So I feel like that's what they have there for you. I'm being drawn to this divine directions for your fortune cookie here. And let's see what else they have here for you regarding little Harris. Harris. Nope, they want those either. None of those either. Like, all right, here we go. They do want this one. Okay. Yeah. And this is a big piece of that. They're protecting their heart, right? I like this though too, because it says this is a message for you, but this is a kind of a confirmation about what they feel their brain is doing for their heart. But this says you're not alone. You are being looked after by your spirit guides and angels. So you're never ever alone, and you're being divinely protected, and of course divinely guided too. So hopefully that helps a little bit right now, Alice. So hang in there. I know. What are we going to do with Harris, right? All right. Let's see, everybody. Oop, yep. I'm about to head off here. I do have some additional donations I did not get to. So, Michelle and Maria, I'm so sorry I did not get to yours, but I will be back. I'm going to be about an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members. And then I have not got to any free readings yet. So when I return, I will finish out the donations and then my YouTube channel member free readings. And then I should also um, complete all the other free readings after that. When I come back, I will post in the description box of the second stream when I return, will be the order in which the readings will be completed, so you guys can know where it's at and find it more easily. And then after I'm done, as well, I will post a pinned comment in the stream as well. And we'll see. I tried doing a chat one night, Um, so we'll see if I do a chat tonight too. I just hate telling people, well, I'm not doing any, more, not taking any new readings. I'm just finishing the old ones, but that's me to work through. So let me grab here. So here's your Cash App, Michelle, and grab that one. Just make sure I don't miss these. Yeah, and then it was Maria. Maria, hello. And we'll grab your questions here. All right. So I think I'm all set. So I shall return, like I said, in about an hour and a half ish, depends on how much time I spend with the Praying Mantis members and what Spirit does. They're in charge. But I will be back. So thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. You're part of helping spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. And if you want something to look at while you're waiting for me to return, be sure to check out the Aries new moon solar eclipse here. And so we got that energy there. And then also the equinox readings here for each of the different signs here. So, you can check those out for some additional messages from Spirit while you wait if you haven't checked them out. I also have a ton of free content on my main page. If you head over there at the very top, it's new for 2025. And just see where Spirit leads you. You'll have messages galore from them there too. Right. Yes, Maria, I did get your PayPal. You must not have heard me just say that. So I grabbed that. So it's Michelle. Will be up first my return, and then Maria for those are the only two donations I didn't get to. Yeah. And then I haven't got to any of the other free readings. So we'll start off with those two donations and then my YouTube channel members, free questions, and then all the other free questions. I should be able to get to all those too. So thank you guys so much. I love you, love you, love you. And remember, as we're going through our adventure, that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. And have fun. Because why are we being so serious, right? All right. Much love. We'll see you guys soon.